friggin' Brawl news. Hey, if you find this video helpful or just enjoy any of my other content, it goes a long way if you would consider subscribing. We're actually kind of rounding the corner to 700,000 subs, which is pretty dang crazy. Thank you guys so much for all your continued support. Love you all. So I'm not sure if you guys have been picking up on a reoccurring theme here in these Brawl News episodes, or if you're just kind of active inside the Brawl Stars community. It seems like the Brawl Stars community, the Brawl Stars dev team, the game that we know and love, is in this kind of situation of collaborations. A lot of the speculation and theory crafting has been around collabs. Like, it seems like a huge focus that the dev team is going into for some reason. A lot of the speculation here recently on the channel in recent episodes has been about collaborations, while at the same time, hey, we're currently in a season, Godzilla, which is literally a collaboration. And not only that, Draco's release or announcement trailer for them being released was a collaboration with Dragon Force. Now, the reason we're talking about collabs is literally two different segments of this Brawl News episode. We have speculation about interesting collaborations, which is wild, dude. Brawl Stars rarely ever collabs ever, so this type of speculation and theory crafting is really foreign for me, at least, but insanely interesting. But our very first really weird collaboration speculation has spawned over here on CLB. A lot of people have been discussing this, at least inside of the community, and I don't know if it holds a crap ton of weight in our version because this is in the Chinese version of Brawl Stars, but still, collabs, bro. As you guys know, over on the Chinese version of Brawl Stars, they kind of do their own thing, so it's kind of bizarre seeing collaboration speculation or just collabs going on in our version of Brawl Stars as well as the Chinese version. It's like collabs all around, dude. But as you can see here, we have some sneak peek photos to get into, but the kind of rundown of this situation is CLB saying new collab coming soon. After the recent collab with Godzilla, the Chinese version of Brawl Stars recently announced a strange trailer. First, it was an image saying El Primo would change his mask. Super awesome, dude. I love that lore. And now a confirmation for Ultraman X Brawl Stars. It's reminding me a lot, just kind of going off the Godzilla theme. I don't know what's going on here. It's so wild. Details are still unknown, and it could be expected to be Brawl Stars China only. What do you think about this collab? Super strange here. I don't know the origins of Ultraman or anything like that, but it's giving me that Godzilla Power Ranger vibe, I think. Not even Godzilla. I would say more like Power Rangers. It looks like a villain, or I have no idea, dude. Hey, what is your boy talking about? But the sneak peek photo or the trailer is super interesting. Looks like they teased it in this really interesting way. Over here, we got the Godzilla trailer, which we are already aware of, but then it breaks into something that we haven't seen yet before. It's on an arcade machine where Fang, this animation should be somewhat recognizable. Back in the past, Fang is about to go toe-to-toe with the Godzilla, Mechagodzilla. They're like forming these two different animations into one really solid one, dude. It's pretty interesting, and it says to be continued. Interesting. But the thing that really intrigues me the most is these sneak peek photos over here. CLB says the original teaser images with the translated captions: a sunny room, Primo's bedroom. Primo will never take off his mask, but he recently plans to change his headgear in June, which seems to have something to do with the superheroes. There's another translation as well: a sunny room, Fang's bedroom, which is just the other picture of these sneak peek photos, which we will be getting into here. Fang, who is passionate about kung fu movies, will soon put on his dream superhero suit in June. So it's really interesting because June will be falling within the next season that we are all aware of. It's not lining up with the next update or anything like that, so it could be possibly just an exclusive Chinese version collab. But in my opinion, if it's anything bigger than just a collab and they're getting some skins and stuff like that for the Chinese version, and it might fall into like the next update, something bigger like that, it could have some correlation to maybe something having to do with our build as well. And the reason I'm saying that is the Chinese version of Brawl Stars does do their own thing in a lot of circumstances with like different skins and things along those lines, but a lot of the time they follow the same exact format or the template that we are releasing with our build of Brawl Stars, right? Like they have the Godzilla collab, or they have the Godzilla update. They follow the same themes basically when the updates release. So if this turns out to being anything bigger than just a few skins or a collaboration over in the Chinese version, it could have some impact on our build as well. But taking a look at the sneak peek for the very first translation, we're taking a look at El Primo's room. It looks like he's got his mask here. Dude, hey, face reveal, where's Primo? I want to see it, dude. But he's hanging up his mask for something different. So I would say 1-for-1 alluding to a brand new skin. Whether that hits our build, who the heck knows? Could just be a Chinese version exclusive, but still interesting nonetheless. But then we take a look at Fang's room here. Super interesting. Kind of an updated version to some artwork that we've seen in the past, right? Fang's room with his sneakers and popcorn laying around. We even have like a Godzilla sticky note up there. Pretty awesome. But in general, it looks like this is a sneak peek for 2 different skins lining up with this collaboration with Ultraman. Pretty awesome, dude. Hey, collabs around the board. It's really strange. But before we get into the next interesting potential collaboration around the corner, I next want to get into some really interesting speculation coming from the Brawl Stars community that I necessarily didn't pick up on as soon as I first saw it, but I'm just kind of relaying what the community has been saying quite a lot about this recent video that came out announcing the release of Draco, the early release offer. Once again, as we're talking about collaborations, this was also a collab, a really hype one. If you guys haven't watched this like animation / concert music video, make sure to do it. It's so freaking hype, man. But it looks like they collabed with Dragon Force. I think that's what their name is. I'm not 100% certain, but they collabed with a really awesome metal band. It's so sick and it fits with Draco so perfectly. But the reason I'm bringing this up is partway throughout this animation, we saw some really interesting potential sneak peeks here in the music video. We have Ash there cleaning up some trash. As you guys know, there has been a lot of speculation here with the last few updates that potentially a Ash themed update could be coming out, filling in the Ash Grom trio, medieval knights and dragons, which we've already speculated upon those potential hypercharge skins for Mortis being dragons. But that speculation also lines up with this little animation, which is what a lot of people have been discussing inside the community here recently. We have Leon there on the far left, we have Draco coming into frame, but then we have this giant Leon hood there in the back with a bunch of gold in a random knight. This setting, dude, is like giving me 100% those medieval dragon vibes. But then we have Leon's hood turning into a freaking dragon, defending the gold and taking on this knight who's invading his, I don't know, castle, whatever you'd like to call it. Super random. Of course, this is a release trailer for Draco, and Draco's all about dragons and stuff like that. But it's interesting that they utilize a character in Brawl Stars already, right? And seeing that a lot of speculation here recently around the potential hypercharged skins being Mortis turning into like a dragon form when he enters this like skin mode, that potentially this could be also alluding to a hypercharge skin for Leon. Seeing stuff like this should be piquing some interests out there if you ask me. So not only maybe a Mortis hypercharged skin with all of those sneak peeks of those skins that we have talked about on numerous different occasions, but we could also potentially be seeing something like a Leon hypercharged skin, or just more skins that have something to do with dragons if that update theme does come around the corner. Yeah, just showing that I'm not the only one really talking about this, just trying to relay the conversation to all of you guys. People also saying that it could be a potential Leon hypercharge skin. But who knows? Would it be weird getting 2 hypercharge skins if Mortis is going to have one? I don't know. It's interesting. It's kind of like this new phase of Brawl Stars where it makes speculation kind of challenging. But before we move along into other interesting news, I also wanted to bring this up here in this episode. Dude, again, if you haven't watched that animation, the release trailer for Draco, make sure to do so. It's so freaking hype. But it looks like we have some Draco lore here. We have Draco there as a kid, and then it looks like he's got some family members around him. Super adorable, man. Come on now. You love the lore. Lore's good. But moving along here to another really interesting development inside the Brawl Stars community, maybe potentially leading to a possible collaboration. We have Flez over here on Twitter, first bringing this to my attention at least, but there is more conversation about it, saying, could this mean we are getting a farm season next update? I don't think it's that simple, but it is strange whenever we get some weird pins popping up in the Brawl Stars Supercell fan kit, right? A lot of the time we have been tipped off for future updates because of strange undetermined pins or other icons within the Brawl Stars fan kit for future updates around the corner, which I don't know if this is that. It's really giving me like Heyday vibes, I feel like, for some reason, just another property that Supercell has. And I think I heard through the grapevine that a possible birthday or anniversary for Heyday is coming up. So maybe something leading to a collab with Heyday. I doubt it though. But one thing in particular that I wanted to bring to your guys' attention, again, maybe, possibly teasing at a possible collaboration sometime around the corner. Who the heck knows? But I want to give a huge shout out to Chosen for bringing up this theory here that I was not aware of until this morning at the point that I'm recording this video, bringing this theory to my attention. But what we're looking at here right now is available to the Supercell content creators. There is a platform for the content creators which they can earn these resources. I forget the name of it, but it kind of looks like Elixir, but it's green. You get these things from various achievements. Like a good example would be like reaching 100,000 subscribers, getting something for that, some of these resources and stuff like that. But then you can spend that resource on different pins or skins and stuff like that for giveaways. Or I guess if you just want 5 football Bonnie skins across some of your accounts, I suppose, but they're traditionally for giveaways, right? But you'll notice that there's a reoccurring theme. A lot of the time on this website, there's not a crap ton of different skins that you can buy with this resource. I would say like a maximum is like 6 different skins or different pins and profile icons and stuff like that. But it's all following a specific theme, right? And that's soccer or football. We have the football Bonnie skin, we have the mascot Daryl skin, and then a horn of some sort, right? Up on the top. Now, Chosen ended up finding this undetermined profile icon within the Brawl Stars fan kit here. I believe the name was brawlball_foot. Right? Not really super descriptive or anything like that, where a lot of the time with these icons in the fan kit that might lead to something bigger than just like a regular profile icon, maybe giving us information about a future update. A lot of it is very loose, open-ended. The description really isn't there. So seeing something like this pop up, plus that weird display of a ton of different football or soccer memorabilia over on the Supercell content creator platform, it's raising some eyebrows here, especially talking about a ton of collaborations here recently. And then, interestingly enough, Chosen, I don't know if this theory is going to come into play or anything like that, but dude, this could be a GOAT. And I guess the speculation possibly could be, you know, like the GOAT when we talk about GOAT status in football. A lot of things come into conversation like Messi or Ronaldo or just like famous football players, right? The GOATs. It's a popular conversation that a lot of people have when it comes to trying to identify who's like the best player in football or just in any other facet. So seeing these strange things pop up, kind of having strange correlations between like football or soccer, whatever you'd like to call it, and then like GOATs, the GOAT of something. Who the heck knows? It's very loose. It's very open-ended right now, but I guess it could lead to something, and at the very least, it's just bizarre, right? It's bizarre enough to talk about, or at least keep on the radar, right? It's a super strange time in Brawl Stars, if you ask me, when it comes to like these collabs that they're really diving into here. And as someone who's followed Brawl Stars and covered like speculation, updates, theory crafting and stuff like that, very invested in Brawl Stars in general, it's quite perplexing. It's something that I'm not used to, so it makes speculation really difficult. But before we wrap up this video here today, I would like to at least mention that there was an interesting collaboration over in Clash of Clans with a very popular football player or soccer player, Holland. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I'm not 100% certain. But dude, I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff going on with like football, and seeing that stuff popping up over in Brawl Stars in the realm of football or soccer and collabs across the board for Supercell, it might be something that might hit Brawl Stars as well. And not to mention, it was incredibly popular. Just looking at the trailer with the collaboration with Erling Haaland. I'm sorry guys, I'm not like a huge follower of football or soccer, so I'm not really intertwined with the people who play it. I'm sorry, but as you can see, the trailer is sitting at 59 million views, dude, almost 60 million. That's insane, bro. So I don't know, maybe Brawl Stars is taking a note from Clash of Clans book. It is quite regular that different Supercell games kind of take inspiration from other games, right? What's working? A really good example of that is the Star Drops. We saw kind of a version of that hitting Clash Royale, so maybe Brawl Stars saw the popularity of this collaboration with a well-known soccer or football player here, and maybe that might be happening in Brawl Stars here as well sometime in the future with these strange things popping up, soccer or football related in the Brawl Stars fan kit or the Supercell Brawl Stars content creator page, whatever you like to call it. Super bizarre. You guys should let me know. Either way, it's just insane how much like collaboration speculation has been happening inside Brawl Stars here recently. It's super fun, at least. But yeah, man, that's just about all I got for you guys. I would very much so love to hear what you guys are thinking of, especially during these times where it's just like super foreign, super unknown, really new stuff to speculate on. Love to hear the speculation and the conversation you guys have in the comments whenever this type of stuff ends up happening. But yeah, man, I hope you all enjoyed this episode, found it interesting. If you did, make sure to slap a like on it. I really appreciate that, and we'll be talking super soon. Adios, everyone. Take care.